Yo, yo, yo. Welcome in, welcome in. It seems like it's not working on my YouTube page, but it looks like everything else is working. Let me know if everything seems like it's coming through okay. I've got a little bit of music playing. Oh, I can see like half of the words that you're saying. I can see Alma de Genie, I swear. De Genie. It's Ginny. I had to look up the pronunciation. Alright, let me do this. There we go. Almost guessed Ginny. Yeah, I swear as soon as I posted it, like I looked at the silhouette. I was like, someone's gonna say UNT. Because it really does look like it. But, alas, it's this guy right here. It is a Ginny. This is modeled by IMSI4250, a fantastic model creator. He's the guy that does all of the free miniature files for D&D. He's gone through all of the monster manual and done... I'm pretty sure he's done every single monster in the monster manual, or creature in the monster manual. And then he has moved on since to all the other source books, and he's really good. So, he's the same person that did this model for this Beholder. And he did the... Actually, I've been on a real kick of his stuff lately. He did Bruenor Battlehammer. I love how this one turned out. It's got the gold. Real fan of that. Real big fan of that one. In the same vein, we got a Drizzt that I did recently. Kind of a messy cape, but it works. So that was cool. He's got a bunch of other ones, obviously. If you've gone through the entire monster manual, you're bound to have a lot in your arsenal. So, along with painting today, I've decided that we're going to watch I believe it was in the 70s, the Dungeons and Dragons show, the cartoon that they made. It is delightfully absurd, I guess. It's a bunch of kids. As you can see from this intro, they ride a roller coaster and get transported into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. You would assume, at first level, or like going into this world for the first time, they'd be like first level. I think it's a safe assumption that that's where they would be. They get into the world and are immediately fighting against beholders, against Tiamat, against other just massive creatures that would definitely outlevel them. So, it's fun. And so, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this guy, and I'll start playing it, and we'll just hang out. Thank you guys for joining in. Let me turn this music off. And we might stop and do some lore, some Ginny lore along the way, and just have a good Friday together. So, without further ado, let's watch some cartoons. Let's see if that's too loud. It's kind of loud. Whoops, that's a little too quiet. Let's try that.
Look out! Ranger? Barbarian? Magician?
Also, I'm working based on this picture over here. This is the official imagery for a Ginny. Let me pause this. This is the official imagery for a Ginny. And so I'm gonna this is what you'll find in the monster manual. So I'm gonna make my color scheme based on that. I am not gonna be airbrushing this time. Mainly, the main reason is just because I can't really do that on camera very well. So I'll just do just regular brushing with it. I think also the tough part of doing a dry brushing on a figure like this is that it will need kind of that bluish hue all over, but it is going to kind of fade into, as you can see on the picture, it fades into like a grayish color. And so I think that's probably going to be easier to do with the brush. Maybe not. I don't know. Shoot, my brush is a little frayed here. But yeah, we'll just go for it. Gotta get my blue.
Who was that? That was Venger, the force of evil. I am
Ultramarine blue.
your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's turn the sound just a little bit more. Oh, I missed it. What's the title of this one? The Night of No Tomorrow.
Keep going. From up here, we may be able to see which way to go to get home.
I'll probably mix this blue with a little bit of gray to try and match that skin tone.
Wow, what a view!
See, that's the other thing too, is that they start this
What an echo!
they start this show, and you get the intro. Yeah, they're transported into this world via a roller coaster, and then they just immediately have a pet. They immediately just have this unicorn. They don't say how they met or anything like that. It's just there, just with the party.
Wow, what a view! What a view! What an echo! What an echo! What an echo!
Let's see, I'm gonna mix it with some
Hello? Hello?
Stonewall Gray.
Sheila, can't you do something about your little brother?
Not bothering anyone?
He's bothering me. I'm trying to think of a way to get us out of this freaky place and back home.
I've only seen a few episodes of this, so I don't really remember all their names. But I do love all the characters. So I usually don't mix with my nice brush, just because it gets into the... Actually, let me rephrase that. I usually do mix with my nice brush, but I realized recently that I shouldn't.
Tiamat the dragon.
See, boom, immediately. Tiamat, right there. Incredible.
All right, leave her to me.
Okay,
Bobby, don't. She's indestructible.
got a nice color here. It probably could be a little darker, but I think this will be a good like base color. So
Bobby will be crushed.
Not if he isn't there.
and again, just for this base color, I am going to use the brush that I'm mixing with,
Hey, Tiamat!
just because it's already on the brush.
Now, Bobby.
They did it.
Bobby, you can't just go marching off like that. Aw, sis, I could have handled her. Sheesh, I don't blame Venger for being scared of that dragon.
Nice.
See, and they already know who Venger is too.
Dungeon master.
So like clearly they've been around for a little bit.
Oh, someplace between there and here.
It's just so funny, just jumping right into a story without any sort of setup.
Patience, Cavalier. All things have a purpose, including
Cavalier, I think that's like a paladin back in the day.
in the village of Helix.
I'm not 100% sure.
The North Point. There you may find something that will help you get back home. Helix was once at the mercy of flying dragons who attacked at night, but good magic drove them away. Now, on your way, you must fear only the many faces of evil, all known.
The cross eyes, that kills me. Hang on.
You must fear only the many faces of evil.
The many faces of evil. I don't know. I like even back in the day, I wouldn't look at this and be like, "Yup, that's the big bad guy. That's him." It's just a goofy looking dude with fangs, but the fangs are buck teeth for some reason. The many faces of evil. Watch out.
As Venger. You shall know his newest face by his white hair. Beware, young adventurers.
You say his white hair?
Dungeon Master, you can't just leave us.
Yeah, I can definitely turn that up.
He's gone.
We'll try it right about there. We'll see how it's gone.
I hate it when he does that.
I think it's neat.
How's your day, Ben? You just working at home?
You're always worried. It's simple. The man said go north. We should go north.
We
Diana's right. It's the only clue we have to a way home.
they told us so we can kind of have today off as like an early part to the long weekend.
It's been a waste
Which is
of
nice.
time. I'd trade
So I figured,
anything for
why not
Dad's
paint some
limousine
minis?
right now.
I'd trade your dad's limousine
And get some
for a
clout.
peanut butter and banana sandwich right now. I'm hungry too, Bobby. Leave it to me.
I'll produce some magic burgers.
The last time you tried this, we wound up with live turkeys.
Can I help it if my hat thought it was Thanksgiving? Abra, come here. Magic
Gotta make sure I'm
burgers
doing this
up
on
here.
the actual. Oh, that's not a burger. That's a cow. That's funny.
Gee, presto. I kind of like my burgers a little more well done than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good joke.
Very
Good
funny.
joke.
Let's keep walking. There's got to be something out
Okay,
there.
let's see. So in the picture,
According to this, we're somewhere near Merlin's castle.
it's like kind of a bluish, but it's more gray.
Merlin, the magician. He's supposed to be able to
But
work
in the mini,
miracles.
also yeah, I love that Merlin is in
Merlin
this.
can do anything.
Uh,
Get us home?
If Merlin can't, no one can.
I may just stick with like the skin
Merlin's
tone
castle
here,
that way, but that's the way we just
and then like I
came.
said, kind of fade it into gray. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Not a whole castle.
Well, according to these signs, it should be right here. I don't get it.
I do. We forgot to look up. Wow.
Trying to end the day early. Nice.
Sky?
You guys have any big plans this weekend?
Well, before Merlin can help us get home,
I'm assuming y'all
Merlin's gonna have
get
to help us get
the
to
long
work.
weekend as well.
Hey, look. A
Maybe
letter.
that's incorrect, but
Everyone, follow me.
I also think I might do some dry brushing on this one. I usually don't do a ton of dry brushing.
Basically, as a wizard, I'm no whiz.
Also, how was your trip? Your pictures looked incredible.
Wait down there, Uni. I'll come back for you. I promise. Wow.
My folks
The
have a
most
place just like
beautiful
this.
eyes. Uni has the most beautiful eyes.
Sometimes we wish you were there.
Remember what the dungeon master said about
Okay,
dungeons?
let's see.
We should recognize him by his white hair.
Oh,
Drop
right here.
Frankenstein.
Completely forgot
Hello?
about
Can't you just swim across the moat?
that
Maybe
part.
you'd like to try.
Oh, huh. No thanks. I've never cared much for skydiving.
So this is Merlin's house?
Apartment.
Oh, I'm off camera again.
Oh, she made it.
Okay.
Hello?
Very
Is
nice.
anyone here?
I am here. Tell me, Ranger. What
I'm
brings you
very
here?
jealous of that
You
trip.
know me?
He's Merlin. He knows everyone.
I think
Well, we're headed
we
for
went there
the
last
Archives.
year,
Look, he has white hair.
and
Would that I did, young lady.
we've kind of
I
toyed with
am
the
a
idea of
great
going
magician,
back, but
the one thing I cannot
we
do
just still
is
haven't.
grow hair.
Just say,
Sorry,
yeah,
Merlin.
last year.
We were warned that an enemy of ours.
That's when I lost my
Ask about
AirPods,
getting
so
us home.
probably a good reason to go
I
back,
already
is just
know.
to go find those.
You seek a way back to your birth world. Come.
Oh, nice.
Great
What a good
spells
weekend.
have been cast in this hall. I cannot.
Yeah, we're going down to,
Great. But I
we're going down
can
to
tell you
Northwest
where
Arkansas
you
for a little
are.
bit. We're gonna see my dad
Years ago,
and my grandma,
the land of Helix
and then
fought back against
we're
one
gonna head to
conqueror.
Springfield after that
Defeated
to see.
conqueror vowed
Yeah,
Dungeon Master
actually,
told us this already.
that's the shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yes.
Um,
Did not tell
yeah, we're gonna see my grandma, and then we're gonna go and my dad. Then we're gonna go to Springfield
out evil.
to celebrate Cheryl's birthday.
Dragons were gone forever.
Aw,
So that'll be fun.
And every year, Helix celebrates the defeat of the Winged Terrors.
Hey, great story there, you know, but I didn't come to listen to fairy
Great
tales.
story.
Well, if you're not gonna help us get home, I'm leaving.
Amazing.
On second thought,
Actually, do they have names, or are they just names based on their...
Back for seconds, dragon.
Aw, it's Tiamat again. Are their names just based on their class? Okay, let's see. I think I'll do the gray next. And then kind of dry brush that with some white. Or like a lighter gray. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use that Stonewall gray again. Wherever it is, it's over here. I'm so bad about just putting the, putting my paints wherever. I think I might go a little darker for this.
we're trapped. There's no way out.
What about down there?
The dungeon. No escape.
Everyone help me. Okay, Presto, see if you can conjure
Yeah,
up a
presto.
A carpet? Whatever you say.
Perfect.
I did it. Hey, Dragon Breath, you looking for somebody? Now that's what I call
Go a little
teamwork.
darker.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, Merlin, here's your rabbit.
Thank you, my child. But it's not a rabbit. It's a hare. A white hare. You
Oh.
saved an old magician's life.
Do I need to
Saved
actually
your
then?
life. I thought you were supposed to live forever.
No, no. I'm 70 years young, my lad. The age where I begin searching
Sure this mixing
for
is
one
shaking
to
the
teach
camera
my
right now.
secrets to. One like this one.
That one?
Me?
Indeed. I saw your wizardry
Okay.
and was quite
I like that
impressed.
gray.
I can teach
gonna
you
go for
all
it.
my magic, but only if you stay here for the rest of your life.
Listen, if Merlin's not gonna help us get home, I say we shove off to that Helix place.
Imagine going
We
to
have to wait for Presto.
a
You don't think Presto would stay with Merlin, do you?
to an amusement park.
Presto would never leave us.
Then a few days later, you're being told by
Your friend
Merlin
decided to stay
that
and
that you have
become
to
my
stay with him for the
He's
rest of your
going to
life.
stay? Forever?
What a
Presto,
day.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I can't believe it. It's our fault, you know. Always making fun of him when his magic tricks backfired.
assistant. I need you.
Basically the exact same thing we just did with the
Later,
patches.
We shall have
With,
to deal with the dragon locked in my dungeon.
Deal with the dragon.
I think it's a little delay.
Answers to all questions are contained in this book. Stir the cauldron until I return.
So do you mean with, like the pit?
Answer to all questions. It's gotta be in here someplace.
And I might use a
Get us all home.
just like that regular blue to kind of blend the two together. I'm gonna do that while it's still wet.
Let's see. Boiled bat's claws.
Yeah, those patches have
powdered
been
insect wings.
real fun.
Spider eyeballs. Yuck. Oh no! This won't get us home. Merlin, help!
I don't love that. This is just way more saturated.
Merlin, where are you? Merlin, I didn't mean to do
But I think
it.
it'll be fine. I think the dry brushing on this will kind of...
So, you were trying
Pull
to
it all
create
together.
a spell that would get you and your friends back home, correct?
Yes, and I'm sorry, but the dragons.
Ah, yes. The dragon.
It's a decent
I
blend.
switched the spells. Only good magic could undo Merlin's spell and release the dragons.
Wait,
So I had
Merlin's
to
a
trick
bad
you
guy?
into undoing Merlin's
Put
spell.
Tiamat. Oh, I missed that. Is that what they did?
Merlin hasn't lived for 1,000
I wasn't paying that much attention. They put Tiamat in a hole.
No.
Yeah, man. You should have saved those patches. Merlin was Venger all along?
I will use the magic of your hat to add to my power.
Yeah, you should have saved those patches for the big bad,
Destroy the town of Helix.
whoever that might be.
The anniversary of the last time the dragons attacked.
That's okay. You still got
Greatest holiday.
We were
a
sent here
horse.
to find a clue to help us get home.
In the meantime,
That works too.
your friends seem to be enjoying our celebration.
All right. I'll do this towards the bottom.
I can see great wealth in your future. And in the future I see... Oh, no! No!
What is it?
The dragons! The dragons are coming back!
I still don't know why we were sent here, Mayor, but at least we got to meet Merlin on the way.
Mayor.
How could you? Merlin died 1,000 years ago, soon after casting a spell that vanquished
Yeah, that's not
Venger's
bad.
dragons.
Merlin died? But we met him, and he said he
think
was
that'll
only
work.
70.
Mayor! Mayor! I saw them! The dragons are returning!
And
Sound the alarm! Take shelter!
We have to go back and get Merlin to help.
I don't think that guy we met was Merlin.
But he looked
I
like
think
Merlin,
I'll
standing there
do
stroking his white rabbit.
Not his rabbit, his hair.
a white
White
gray.
hair.
His white hair.
Master said we'd know Venger by his white hair.
There it is.
We thought he meant hair, like on his head. Then Presto is alone with Venger. We've got to save him.
And find
Yeah, I think I'll do gray
Let's find Bobby
for the
and
headpiece, and then build up the highlights from this color gray.
Clear the town square! Evacuate the village! Hurry!
Mayor, I think I know how to stop the dragon.
I might need to switch to a smaller brush pretty
In the
soon.
stables! That way!
Actually, I'm gonna do that now. But it's getting there.
Come on, Uni, jump!
They gathered for another attack! This is not the worst of it. The legend says the final assault will come soon, and our town will be completely destroyed.
Let's see.
Venger must have reversed Merlin's spell.
Did I?
Merlin
Oh,
kept the dragons away.
Right, and we've got to put
Yeah.
that spell back.
Look at that hole in the castle. I sure hope Presto's okay.
Boy, I really blew it. Some wizard.
some wizard,
Presto!
some pig.
Am I glad to see you? Merlin's not Merlin. He's Venger. He stole my hat and all my powers. Worse, he tricked me into undoing Merlin's spell.
The town of Helix is being destroyed right now. You've got to cast Merlin's spell again.
Town of Helix.
Me?
Okay, that's
I'm
our
no
setting.
Merlin.
And you will not cast another spell tonight. I have the wizard's hat. Hand over the rest of your objects of power.
We can't do that, Venger.
You have no choice.
Bobby, use your club.
Whatever you say, Hank.
Hank. Okay. I should look up the character names.
Hey, I got him.
That won't hold
Hank
him
and
long.
Bobby.
Let's go.
What do we do?
Try to keep away from Venger while Presto
Might
works
pull
on
this
Merlin's
light back
spell.
just a little bit.
We've got to put out these torches.
Let me give it a try.
Let's see what else. While I'm at it, I might go ahead and paint the sword.
You cannot escape.
Wait, I know where Merlin's spell book is.
Presto and I will make a run for it while you four try and keep him busy.
Keep him busy? What are we supposed to
Struggling
do?
to
tell him
focus
jokes?
here.
Eric,
Try
Diana,
this.
I've got an idea.
This had better be one terrific idea.
There we go.
I don't know if I could do this, Hank. I mess up every magic trick I try.
You can do it, Presto.
You
We've
suck,
got to stop
Presto.
the dragons before they destroy Helix.
This game is ended. It is time I eliminated you once and for all.
Can't even make a freaking burger, Presto.
Venger's afraid of? Tiamat, the dragon.
I can do that without
The
magic.
dragon? You're gonna let the dragon loose? Don't we have enough problems?
Eric, stop talking and start helping.
I don't believe this.
I will add your magic to mine, and then destroy you and your meddlesome friends. Stay away from me, dragon!
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you know what? This is way more accurate to anything D&D when you put it in those terms. Hopefully the Chris Pine movie is going to be exactly like this.
Presto, hurry! There's still time to save Helix, but not much.
30-minute combo that gets
Okay,
scrapped
here goes
after
nothing.
one round of combat.
In the name of Merlin.
That sounds oddly
In the
specific.
time of sorrow.
Is there something you're referring to?
The demons. Let there be tomorrow.
Oh boy.
I knew it wouldn't work.
Let's see. I'll start.
But the dragons are disappearing. You did it, Presto.
I did.
I'll start with
Yeah,
gray on
I
here
did.
on the facial
I
hair.
only stayed with Merlin because I thought I could find a way to get us home.
We understand, Pesto.
Pesto?
Look, the ladder's disappearing.
Do they just call him Pesto right there?
Merlin's whole castle is floating away.
Now I'll never get my magic hat back. I wouldn't say that. Lose this, wizard?
See, this is the kind of dungeon master I want to be. I want to be just like that guy.
I'm back in the magic.
Forget Matt Mercer.
Listen,
Forget
Dungeon
Brendan Lee
Master,
Mulligan.
turning things, how
I
about
want to
hurting
be
us?
dungeon
We
master
did
from
it
this
again.
game or from this show.
I'll never be
He
back
just
in
shows
the
up.
magician.
He kind of dangles hats around.
Good as Merlin himself.
Yeah, Helix.
He poses.
Dead, Dungeon Master.
Buddy, I'm back in the magic. Wouldn't say that.
This is I wanna lay around just like this the entire time that I'm DMing. Be like, all right, go ahead and roll a perception check. Ooh. I don't know.
Wizard? My hat. Hey, everybody. I'm back in the magic business.
Oh, great. Listen, Dungeon Master, while you're returning
Were you
things,
ever
how
in
about
the magic
returning us?
business?
He did it again.
I'll never be that good a magician.
Well, I know a place where they
Presto.
I'll never be that good a magician.
Presto is Arnold. I think it's Arnold, the redhead kid from Magic School Bus. Same kid, same character. Just reskinned. Give Arnold some magic. I think it's Arnold. Maybe I'm wrong. But if that's not his name, you'll know who I'm talking about. Really capture the sexual creepery of him. That's the goal. If that's not what you're going for, you're doing your job as a DM wrong.
Well, I know a place where they think you're as good as Merlin himself.
Yeah, Helix. That's right, Presto. In Helix, you're a hero.
I am? Then let's go.
All
Climb
right,
aboard,
so we
Eric.
got
Are you kidding?
this
I
part
don't ride
on
with
the
anyone else. I want a steed of my
beard
own.
might be tough to
Presto,
get
would
to.
you produce
I've also been
something
drinking
like
coffee
mine?
this morning, which is not very conducive for painting small areas. But
What?
we
I'm
push
not
forward.
riding on any cow. No way. I
It's
don't
the
ride
brand, you
anything
know?
that gives milk.
Guild of Gluttony, I have
Hey,
to
come
be
back here.
eating or drinking something along the way. So got some
Who asked you?
Walmart donut shop coffee. All right. Episode 1. Loving it. Episode 2 is called Eye of the Beholder. We'll get to that. Ooh, this one's a little more square. I do want to do a little bit of a dive into here. I'm gonna clean off my brush so nothing dries on it. But put this here. Let me switch the views, and we'll do a little bit of a lore dive into genies and ginnies. Let's get some music going. Okay. So, genies, just in general, I think there are several different kinds, but genies are the first that are covered in this section, so that's nice. Genies are rare elemental creatures out of story and legend. Only a few can be found on the material plane. The rest reside on the elemental planes, where they rule from lavish places and are attended by worshipful slaves. Genies are as brilliant as they are mighty, as proud as they are majestic, haughty and decadent. They have a profound sense of entitlement that stems from the knowledge that few creatures except the gods and other genies can challenge their power. Very cool. A genie is born when the soul of a sentient living creature melds with the primordial matter of an elemental plane. That's cool. I feel like there's a lot of story elements that you can run with on that. Because I feel like just in general, the idea is like, oh, I just, you know, there was a wizard that turns into a lich. You know, they just got too powerful, and that's the bad guy now. But this is cool because it's a little more chaotic. Maybe it's a little more. Hi Samantha, how are you doing today? We're going over the lore of genies and jinnies as well. But yeah, I feel like this is a little more. This could be like a chaotic backstory to, maybe even if it's not the big bad, it could be some sort of minion or something like that. Anyways, only under rare circumstances does an elemental infused soul coalesce. Sorry, making lunch. What are you having for lunch? I need to make lunch soon. I kind of timed this poorly to do this at 11 o'clock because I have not eaten breakfast, and the amount of time it's going to take me to finish painting this, I might be hungry. Oh, nice. How did that go in your last campaign? Genie usually retains no connection to the soul that gave it form. Okay. So, again, a little more chaotic, but talking about the creation of it. Okay. That life force is a building block that determines the genie's form and apparent gender, as well as one or two key personality traits. Although they resemble humanoid beings, genies are elemental spirits given physical form. They don't mate with other genies or produce genie offspring, as all new genies are born out of the same mysterious fusion of spirit energy and elemental power. A genie with a stronger connection to its mortal soul might choose to sire a child with a mortal, although such offspring are rare. Okay, I see. So usually retains no connection, but they can. So that's cool. A veggie bowl. Sounds delicious. We saved him and the whole party got one wish. Oh, that's cool. So would that have been a Ginny that you're saving there? Or again, like I'm not fully familiar with the rest. I guess Dao and Merid and Afriti. So I don't know if it would all kind of function the same or what. Let's see. When a genie perishes, it leaves nothing behind except what it was wearing or carrying, along with a small trace of its native element. A pile of dust, a gust of wind, a flash of fire and smoke, or a burst of water and foam. So dramatic. I love it. Rule or be ruled. Mortal slaves serve to validate a genie's power and high self-opinion. 100 flattering voices are music to a genie's ears, while 200 mortal slaves prostrated at its feet are proof that it is lord and master. Genies view slaves as living property, and a genie without property amounts to nothing among its own kind. As a result, many genies treasure their slaves, treating them as honored members of their households. Evil genies freely threaten and abuse their slaves, but never to the extent that the slaves are no longer of use. In contrast to their love of slaves, most genies loathe being bound to service themselves. That's interesting. It's an Afriti. Okay. That's interesting. And how were they like bound? Like what did you save them from? That's kind of cool. I like that idea as part of the story. Loath being bound to service themselves. A genie obeys the will of another only when bribed or compelled by magic. All genies command the power of their native element, but a rare few also possess the power to grant wishes. Both of these reasons, mortal mages often seek to bind genies into service. Totally makes sense. Decadent nobility. Noble genies are the rarest of their kind. Excuse me. They're used to getting what they want and have learned to trade their ability to grant wishes to attain the objects of their desire. That's cool. This constant indulgence has made them decadent, while their supreme power over reality makes them haughty and arrogant. Their vast palaces overflow with wonders and sensory delights beyond imagination. Noble genies cultivate the jealousy and envy of other genies, asserting their superiority at every opportunity. Other genies respect the influence of the noble genies, knowing how unwise it is to defy a creature that can alter reality at a whim. A genie is not beholden to any noble genie, however, and will sometimes choose to defy a noble genie's will and risk the consequences. It's trapped by a mage. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. That kind of ties into mortal mages seek to bind them into service. Trapped by an NPC. Nice. So that, yeah, again, a really cool story point. Was it, like, did you have to, like, destroy something or just, like, kill the mage? Or what was the freeing kind of aspect to it? Power of worship. Genies acknowledge the gods as powerful entities but have no desire to court or worship them. They find the endless fawning and mewling of religious devotees tiresome, except as it is directed towards them by their worshipful slaves. Their miraculous powers, the grandeur of their abodes, and the number of their slaves allow some genies to deceive themselves into believing they are as powerful as the gods. Some go so far, which makes sense, especially if they're infused with, like, primordial elements. You're taking something that's potentially more powerful than the gods and mixing it with a mortal soul, the soul of a sentient living creature. Yeah, so I would assume that's mortal. You're mixing the two together, so that would make sense why they would think they are as powerful as the gods, but actually are not. So that's cool. Some go so far as to demand that the mortals of other realms, even whole continents or the worlds, bow down to them. Again, just feels like there's a lot of potential there for some sort of big bad. Oh, look. I didn't realize that the chat is starting to work on here. I didn't change anything, but that one's showing up now. A cult had taken over the tower, and the Ifriti was just left there. Nice. That's fun. That's a cool concept. Okay. So then to Jinni. Jinni are proud, sensuous genies from the elemental plane of air. They're attractive, tall, well-muscled humanoids with blue skin and dark eyes. Yep. Lots of muscle here. I got to keep the dark eyes in mind. Can't see, this is why you read the monster manual, because otherwise I would have done some sort of bright-eyed thing, and that would have been wrong. That would have been so wrong. They dress in airy, shimmering silks, designed as much for comfort as to flaunt their musculature. Again, case in point, we got a six-pack and some pecs shining through with really the only two pieces of clothing, or I guess three pieces of clothing. 4 if you count the necklace. You got a belt, a vest, and then a headpiece. So, yeah, they like to show off. That makes sense. That tracks. Let's see. Where was I? Dress in area. Okay. Area aesthetes. Aesthetes? We'll say aesthetes. Aesthetics. Jinn rule floating islands of cloud stuff covered with enormous pavilions or topped with wondrous buildings, courtyards, fountains, and gardens. Creatures of comfort and ease, Jinn enjoy succulent fruits, pungent wines, fine perfumes, and beautiful music. This sounds awesome. I want to go hang out with these people. These creatures. Jinn are known for their sense of mischief and their favorable attitude toward mortals. Among genies, Jinn deal coolly with Ifrit and Marids, whom they view as haughty. They keep using the word haughty. Haughty. They openly despise Tao and strike against them with little provocation. Okay, so they're not messing around. Masters of the Wind, Masters of the Air, totally makes sense if they're living in the clouds. The Jinn ride powerful whirlwinds that they create and direct on a whim, and which can even carry passengers. Creatures that stand against Jinni are assaulted by wind and thunder, even as the Jinni spins away on that wind if outmatched in combat. When a Jinni flies, its lower body transforms into a column of swirling air. Okay, so that makes sense for this one. Definitely got the sense of swirling air here, which, knowing that, I might go a little bit more heavy on the white here, so that it seems like, because clearly there's not like a lamp or a necklace or anything that this Jinn is like entrapped in. So this would be a free Jinni. Jinn is plural, Jinni is singular, I learned. Where was I? When it flies, lower body transforms to a column swirling air. So that would mean this is a free Jinni that if it was in combat, which is typically what you would use a mini for, this is just kind of its own free moving thing. So instead of doing more of like a smoky look to it, I might do more of, like I said, like kind of a white, wispy, airy kind of look to this bottom part. Accepting servitors. The Jinn believe that servitude is a matter of fate and that no being can contest the hand of fate. As a result, of all the genies, Jinn are the ones most amenable to servitude, though they never enjoy it. Oh, so this is about they themselves becoming in a place of servitude. Jinn treat their slaves more like servants, deserving of kindness and protection, and they part with them reluctantly. A mortal who desires the brief service of a Jinni can entreat it with fine gifts or use flattery to bribe it into compliance. That's cool. Powerful wizards are able to forego such niceties, however, if they can summon, bind into service, and imprison a Jinni using magic. Long-term service displeases a Jinni, and imprisonment is inexcusable. Jinn resent the cruel wizards that have imprisoned their kind in bottles, iron flasks, and wind instruments through the ages. That's kind of cool. I never thought of a wind instrument. So if give your bard like a fife, and when they play it, a Jinni pops out. That's kind of cool. But they resent the wizards, so that's bad. We don't like that, but I kind of think it's cool. You know what? We found out DMs are the cruel wizards all along. Betrayal, particularly by a mortal whom a Jinni trusted, is a vile deed that only deadly vengeance can amend. Okay. Another kind of potential story point. Betrayal is a vile deed that only deadly vengeance can amend. Another story point. Okay, so here we go. Your bard finds a fife or flute, pan flute, whatever. They play it. Jinni comes out. Hey, what's up? Thank you for letting me out. In exchange for setting me free, I'll give you 3 wishes, or I'll give you 1 wish. I'll just hang out with you. I'll be your bud. I just want I just want to be free. Or even they say, if you set me free, let me go for a little bit. I'll return to you and, you know, kind of aid you along your journey. So this could be like an early level. You give them this item. The Djinn or the Jinni will grant them a wish, give them some sort of boon or whatever. They peace out for a while on their, you know, their vengeance against this this creature. Maybe they're unsuccessful in that. So then when they return, they're like, hey, I went to seek vengeance. I wasn't able to get it. Do you guys, or like, can you help me with it? Ben, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Hope work goes well for you, and hope that your weekend is good. Enjoy your date, and yeah, thank you for stopping in. So yeah, the Djinn returns later on, Jinni, excuse me, and says, I was trying to get my revenge on the one who enslaved me. If you help me get vengeance, then I will, again, because this says they are more amenable to servitude. Oh, I guess this is saying that it's their own servants. But they say they believe that servitude is a matter of fate, and no being can contest the hand of fate. So, I think that would also mean that they themselves are willing to submit. So, if you help them take down this mage that enslaved them, they'll come back and help you out. I think that could be a cool item and a cool story point. Now that Ben's gone, I can start giving away all of my ideas for the campaign that we're actually running. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that. Just a thought, though. Okay, so that is kind of the characteristics of Jinni. Let's go through here. So Dao, just to get a quick rundown of everything. Dao are large elementals, neutral evil. And then here are the Jinni. Oh, the chat wasn't working because I was on this view earlier and had the picture on it. That makes sense. Whatever. Okay, sticking with this. Choose a variety. I'll come back to that. Okay, Jinni, large elementals that are chaotic good. They have an armor class of 17, which is their natural armor. Kind of makes sense. They're a little more wispy, maybe a little more elusive. So if you're running them into combat and somebody swings at one, you could just say, due to their incorporeal nature, the attack misses or something along those lines. Hit points 161, so they're a little bit beefy. Looking at this, they're a challenge rating of 11. Okay. Their speed, 30 feet walking speed, and then a 90 feet fly speed. Okay. They're pretty fast. Wow, they have pluses to everything. Makes sense why they're 11. Plus 6 to their constitution. 5 strength. Plus 2 to dex. Plus 2 to intelligence. Plus 3 wisdom. Plus 5 charisma. Okay, yeah. This would be real tough to fight. Interesting. Okay. Their damage immunities include lightning and thunder. Again, makes sense. If they're living among the clouds, I would hope that they would have those immunities. For their senses, they have dark vision up to 120 feet and a passive perception of 13. Languages are Auran, which I don't actually know what that is. If anybody knows, feel free to enlighten me. Challenge rating of 11. Okay, so they have elemental demise. If they die, their body disintegrates into a warm breeze, leaving behind only equipment the Jinni was wearing or carrying. That's cool. Just a quick way to give some sort of magical items to your party. They have innate spellcasting. Their spellcasting ability is Charisma. Makes sense with a +5. Spell save DC is 17, pretty high, and then a +9 to hit with spell attack. Excuse me. It can innately cast the following spells requiring no material components. At will, they can cast Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, and Thunder Wave. So again, if they are at the disposal of your party, that could be helpful. Because again, if you're giving this essentially alongside of your party, you don't want it to be too powerful. So to give them Conjure Elemental without having to spend any sort of material components, I don't know if you're going to want to do that for long term. So there may be some nerfing that would have to go on with this. I don't know. Still workshopping how that would work. Hey, buddy. 3 times a day, they can create food and water. They can create wine instead of water. That's awesome. They can cast tongues, and they can cast wind walk. And then once per day, Conjure Elemental Creation. I'm not familiar with that spell. Gaseous Form, Invisibility, Major Image, and Plane Shift. Okay, so that's cool. A good way to travel around if you have some sort of extra planar element to your campaign. This could be a good way to get players around. As their actions, they can multi-attack. The genie make 3 scimitar attacks. Wow. With a +9 to hit. And then on a hit, they do 12 or 2d6 +5 slashing damage, +3 or 1d6 lightning or thunder damage. Interesting. So they're doing that 3 times. So what's that math? They can do up to, let's see, 12 +5, 17 +6 is 23 points times 3 is going to be 69 points of damage if they're doing max damage each turn. Okay. Not bad. Again, probably wouldn't want to face that too early. I mean, it's not the most powerful, definitely. So you could face it a little lower than 11 if you needed to. I would just lower its AC or maybe even its saving throws if your players are going to face this earlier than 11. And then this wall of text here. Create Whirlwind. A 5-foot radius, 30-foot tall cylinder of swirling air magically forms on a point the genie can see within 120 feet of it. The whirlwind lasts as long as the genie maintains concentration, as if concentrating on a spell. Okay. That probably wouldn't be hard, because I don't think there's going to be a lot that they will be using during their... Like, a lot of the spells that they have at their disposal doesn't seem like they would be using those in combat. So, they would probably maintain concentration on this Create Whirlwind. Any creature but the genie that enters the whirlwind must succeed on a DC 18 strength saving throw or be restrained by it. The genie can move the whirlwind up to 60 feet as an action, and creatures restrained by the whirlwind move with it. The whirlwind ends if the genie loses sight of it. Okay, hang on. Succeed on an 18 or be restrained. Goodness. The genie can move the whirlwind 60 feet and creatures move with it. The whirlwind ends if the genie loses sight of it. Okay. So picture this. If you're fighting a genie within, let's say within their own domain, you're up in the clouds. They create whirlwind. And they're moving it 60 feet as an action. You're up in the clouds. They move it, let's say, where there's nothing below them. And they plummet down. That's pretty gnarly. Just saying. Creature can use its action to free a creature restrained by the whirlwind, including itself, by succeeding on a DC 18 strength check. If the check succeeds, the creature is no longer restrained and moves to the nearest space outside of the whirlwind. And let me check again. It's 5-foot radius, 30-foot tall cylinder, so it's not huge. Really, only probably one creature would fit inside of it, I think. Does it say that? 5 foot, blah, blah, blah. Ooh. Creatures restrained by the whirlwind move with it. So it could be more than one. Because I guess it is 30 foot tall and it's a whirlwind, so they could stack. That's interesting. Okay. That's an Afriti, a Merid, and then we're on to Ghosts. Okay, let's read this variant, and then we'll get back to painting and watching some cartoons. Genies have a variety of magical capabilities, including spells. Excuse me. A few have even greater powers that allow them to alter their appearance or the nature of reality. Some genies can veil themselves in illusion to pass as other similarly shaped creatures. Such genies can innately cast Disguise Self spell at will, often with a longer duration that is normal for that spell. Mightier genies can cast the True Polymorph spell 1 to 3 times per day, possibly with a longer duration than normal. Such genies can change only their own shape, but a rare few can use the spell on other creatures and objects as well. That's cool. Cool kind of element. Again, if you're going the route where this is a helper to your party, that could be useful. Wishes. The genie power to grant wishes is legendary among mortals. Only the most potent genies, such as those among the nobility, can do so. A particular genie that has this power can grant 1 to 3 wishes to a creature that isn't a genie. Once a genie has granted its limit of wishes, it can't grant wishes again for some amount of time, usually 1 year. Interesting. So if you have a campaign that possibly is going like a long spanning campaign, this could be a reoccurring creature. Or again, like I was saying, if a genie it grants the wishes to your party, it goes away to get its vengeance on whoever enslaved it. Then let's say a year passes, then they re-encounter this fella or this individual, and it can grant wishes again. So just kind of a cool time element that could be thrown in there. Something to keep in mind. And cosmic law dictates that the same genie can expend its limit of wishes on a specific creature only once in that creature's existence. Okay, a little wrench in the works there. Again, it's totally up to the DM's discretion, but if they come back and your party's like, hey, like, we want more wishes, they can be like, sorry, can't. Cosmic law, can't break the cosmic law. To be granted a wish, a creature within 60 feet of the genie states a desired effect to it. The genie can then cast the wish spell on the creature's behalf to bring about the effect. Okay. Depending on the genie's nature, the genie might try to pervert the intent of the wish by exploiting the wish's poor wording. Always fun. The perversion of the wording is usually crafted to be to the genie's benefit. That's cool. That's fun. Okay, cool. This variant of genie powers seems fun. Seems like there's a lot of wiggle room, especially with a genie. With their nature being chaotic good, it really could go either way. Just depends on the kind of campaign you're running and the kind of characters that your party is wanting to play. This could be fun to fight against if your characters are evil, and they could have the opportunity to enslave it themselves, and they make a bad guy out of it. Again, that could be reoccurring. that could be part of their backstory as well. If they're playing evil characters, that they enslaved a genie in a magic lamp, or again, big fan of the wood instrument. Thank you, Sam. It was I appreciate you stopping in, and it was great talking to you. Hope your veggie bowl was delicious. Okay. Yeah. So if it's an evil character, this could be part of their backstory, and they show up just kind of out of the blue to get their vengeance. So very cool. Love that. And I think we'll just kind of get back into painting. So let me turn the music off. Let's switch our view back to this. And then let's watch some more of this lovely show.
Dungeons and Dragons ride.
This episode, I believe, is Eye of the Beholder. Again, it's just a super fun idea.
I don't like this.
Trying to think of what I want to do next. I'm gonna go for the vest, I believe. I want to get a color that's similar to this one, but I'll have to mix for it.
Barbarian,
So
magician,
I'll do some reds, probably a touch of
and acrobat.
leather brown. A little bit of that. Some of this mixed together. I think it's gonna give me exactly what I'm looking for.
Who was that?
That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide
Dungeon
in the realm
Master.
of Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. The Eye of the Beholder. This is a fun one. I have seen this episode too.
It must be 120 degrees.
I think they did a stream
Any shade.
Say that again.
back whenever
Sun's up there with you.
they did the Magic crossover with D&D, and they put out a special variant of cards called the Saturday Morning Cartoons. They did a marathon of this on one Saturday morning,
Then what you do, Eric?
Simple. Call Dad on the walkie-talkie and our gardener pick me
and
up in the golf cart.
I sat and watched that for a while
No, in my back.
on their Twitch.
Listen, Dungeon Master told us to keep moving toward the setting suns, and that means
All right,
this way.
on to the vest.
Dungeon Master? We haven't seen that bozo for 2 days. I say we
That
go anywhere
bozo.
we want to.
Okay, wise guy.
Thin this
Which
down
way
a
shall
little
we
bit.
go?
Huh? Well, I say we go.
Look.
That's the biggest bug I've ever seen.
You can say that again.
There's no time. Run.
There's no time to say that again.
Come on, hurry! Faster! That scorpion's catching up!
A scorpion? Catching up?
A scorpion?
Faster? Sounds like trouble.
Yes.
Gads.
Well, yeah, I don't want to give anything away. This guy's great.
A close one.
Oh, look at that. It's Blue Dragon.
Quick!
Who'd have thought?
Get in here! That scorpion's too big to come in after us.
I just love. There's really no rhyme or reason to where stuff lives or when it shows up. Just like, yeah, it all lives pretty close. A blue dragon's just in a cave. And then all these other powerful creatures are just pretty close to it.
Close. Oh, hello.
It's gone. The scorpion's gone.
Look! There's a knight!
He must have saved us. How can we ever thank you, sir?
Thank me? For what?
For driving away that
what?
giant scorpion.
Oh, that. Well, that was nothing. All but a day's work for a night, you know?
Neat. Some work. To Do they have a school for that?
Yeah, dummy. Night school. Get it?
Well, I best be on my way. Be
Funny.
careful out here.
Night,
No
'cause he's in
telling
the
what you
night.
may run into.
That's the joke there.
They call me Sir John, official protector of the village of Pindrake, and battler of
Pindrake?
beasts, dragons, and demons.
Dragons.
Scorpions!
Oops.
Did you hear what he
Off
said?
camera here.
No telling what we may run into.
No telling.
I'll tell you.
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon
Do
Master.
you always have to do that?
No, not always.
Huh?
I have found a possible way for you to get home, but it is very
Huh?
dangerous.
What isn't dangerous around here?
Go on, Dungeon Master.
Far to the east, there is a sad and desolate land. It is known as the Valley of the Beholder.
Known as Missouri.
Yuck! It looks horrible.
It wasn't always so. It was once the most beautiful valley in
Just
the
kidding.
realm.
Missouri's
Until
awesome.
the Beholder came.
What is a beholder anyway?
The Beholder is a foul and evil beast who came up from the underworld and destroyed all things of beauty in the valley.
Ew, gross. I can't even
this is a
see
beholder.
all of it and I can tell it's gross.
It is the Beholder who guards the
It is the
passageway to your
Beholder.
birth world.
You mean we have to meet this ugly guy?
Not just meet him, you must defeat him.
Defeat
and remember,
him.
sometimes by looking back, you can see a clearer path through what lies ahead.
Oh, brother, here he goes again.
Oh,
But
brother.
beware, for only beauty can defeat the eye of the Beholder.
See, I love whenever these characters, when they talk, and they just like roll their tongue randomly. I want to start talking like that.
What you doing?
I'm telling you,
What
this Dungeon
Master
Master
said, trying to look backwards to
is
see
exactly
forward.
what I aspire to be in life.
But all I see is the place where we met that night, Sir John.
Yeah, well, sometimes Dungeon
Just saying.
Master. Wait, that's it. Sir John is
Let
in our
me
past,
check on this
but he
stream,
may
make
be
sure
the key to
everything
our
is
future.
That's
going
right.
well.
Anybody brave enough to take on that scorpion ought to have an easy time with the beholder.
Great. For once, somebody else can fight the creepy slime that inhabits this world.
Looks like it's going alright.
This way.
This is a fun stream. I've been really enjoying it.
And so, Sir
Hope
John,
you all
it is
are
the
as
decision
well,
of this
whether you're
council
watching it
that
live or
cowardly
watching it
knights such as you
a little bit
offers
later
this
on.
village
I should be
protection.
keeping all of the streams on my on my page. So if you want to go back and watch them or get some reference or some
Oh, Father, not again. There are no
just
villages
something for
for us
background
to go
noise,
to.
then this will stay up.
Will you not reconsider?
But I appreciate those of you
Just that we-
Well,
who are supporting the
I
channel.
suppose if you were to
It's been a fun little
perform
side project for me.
extreme bravery, finally, we might consider letting you stay.
Oh, he will, Mr. Mayor, he will.
Yes, I will. Be brave, that is.
This is your last chance, Sir John. Your last chance.
So we've encountered a character real similar to this guy in one of the campaigns that I'm playing in, and he is just delightful. He's
Mushrooms, Eric.
so absurd,
Goosebumps.
just like the false bravery.
What we might run into.
And our party kind of took to
I
like
don't know, but it didn't sound
put him into other situations that
For once, I
he
agree
definitely
with
is
you,
not capable of handling himself.
How about using your magic to throw the light on the subject?
So it's been a fun one.
No problem. Piece of cake.
Let's
Ew, who are they?
again, I've had more coffee
Well, whatever they are, the light hurts their eyes.
and
Pizza?
I'm a little more shaky now.
Oh no.
If it's light we need, it's light we'll get.
So painting these little spots, not easy.
I don't know how long we can hold them off.
I can't believe this.
Oh,
Fighting snails.
Yeah, and losing.
that's right. I remember. I think in the next one they fight Lolth.
Banish these snail things from my sight. Hey,
Just again, like it's nothing.
off me. Hey, whoa.
It's so good.
I can let some sunshine in.
This red, it doesn't really cover super well. Maybe I should have done like a lighter color underneath first. But all good. Right there. Gotta fill in some of that blue that I accidentally painted, or accidentally missed, right about here, right in that gap.
Where do you think they're taking us?
Any place they want to.
Hey, all right. Well, shut up. I've got to do something brilliant.
Oh my gosh, my
I've got to do it for my
hat
boss.
keeps hitting. I'm gonna take my hat off. I keep hitting my mic stand.
That's trouble. Not
So if you
me.
keep
I'm
hearing
not
like
ready.
a boom or something like that, that's all it is. Alright, let's make this look better.
Oh, a monster! He
A
ate you.
monster.
And where are your friends? What? Me? Go with you? Oh, that's impossible. You see, I have to perform a brave act.
I mean, he's got a kid,
Hey,
you know.
I say, come back with
He's
my
gotta think
torch.
of the
Don't leave me here
think of the child.
alone in the dark. Halt!
Maybe he's just being a good dad.
Well, I finally.
Kind of rude to label him as a coward, I think.
Good girl, Uni.
Man, why?
Look, it's Sir John.
shaking
He
so
drove away
much.
those snail things.
I knew you'd come to save us, Sir John.
What?
What?
Yes.
Killing it.
Here, we don't have much.
We love
but
Sir
please
John.
accept this flower as a sign of our thanks.
But well, thank you for bestowing such a great honor on an old knight, my lady.
Actually,
Lady.
Sir John, you saved us the trouble of coming to find you.
Find me? What for?
Well,
We want you to take us to the Beholder.
The beholder? That would require great bravery.
That's why we want you, Sir John.
Right. You're the bravest man we've met since we've been in this world.
Totally.
I am? Well, of course, but
Great, then you'll do it.
what? But first I'll have to go back and get my shield.
Alright,
Presto can conjure you up a shield.
doing alright so far on this.
Powers of magic that come with the dawn. Make up a shield for brave Sir John.
Alright,
Sorry.
so the beard needs to get darker.
Here you go, Sir John. Your very own.
Oh, the
shield.
dark eyes,
Well,
can't
I
forget
couldn't.
that.
That is, I mean, thank you, but
Now, will you take us to the Beholder?
Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and
Please,
hit
Sir
that
John.
feather
It's our
as
only
well.
chance to get back to our world.
what do you mean?
Never mind. It's a long story. We'll tell you on the way.
Oh, very well.
Very
to the
well.
beholder
See,
it is.
very well. I just want to start talking like that.
Oh,
I am just here streaming on YouTube.
crazy.
That's how I'm gonna talk from now on.
Here, boy.
Sir John,
What?
What?
I mean, what is it, my boy?
don't you think we should have a plan?
A
Oops.
plan? Well, yes, good idea.
I think I might
a plan.
move this a
You
little.
take
Ah!
I scout ahead.
Alright.
You're the knight. That's stupid.
Excuse me.
A plan
Very
won't do us
sorry.
any good if the beholder surprises us, now will it? You make a plan, and I'll make sure that it works. Yes, that it works.
I think this guy's nuttier than a fruitcake.
Nuttier than a
Can't face
fruitcake.
the beholder. Yet if I don't, my boy and I will be sent away. What am I going to do?
You are going to do exactly as you're told.
Vengeance.
Venger.
Children to the Beholder
Oh,
as
no.
they wish, and then you will leave them there.
What? I am a coward, but those children with the beholder? I can't. I won't.
You will,
Okay.
Sir John.
What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna add a little bit of bone white to the turban,
My son.
and then
When you have done as I've ordered, your
I
son
will
be returned to you.
build that up with white as well.
Sir John, there is little time to waste.
I don't care care what you guys say. I think Sir John is scared.
All right. I hope your plan is ready, because the Beholder awaits. Let's go!
He doesn't sound so scared to me, Mr. Know-It-All.
Well, if you ask me.
We didn't, Eric. We didn't.
Come on.
Take that, Eric.
This place is awful.
I don't see how anything can live here.
Nothing does. For long. The Beholder lies just beyond this passage.
Well, if it's
Okay.
guarding the gateway,
Just kind of building up to a lighter color,
Best of luck. I must be on my way now.
giving it a little bit of depth.
Hold it a minute, Sir Pal.
Down here at the bottom,
you said
it's
you'd
still
go
gonna
with us
look
to the Beholder.
a little bit darker.
And I have. I never said I'd fight him. The rest is up to you.
But Sir John, I thought you were a brave knight. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
And then I might
Come on, gang. At least he got us here.
just dry brush it to finish it up. I think that's what I want to do.
Fearless night.
Again, I don't dry brush a ton.
If he was any more chicken, he'd sprout drumsticks.
What's that?
That
That must be the
doesn't
Beholder.
make much sense. Okay. So you can see it's a little bit lighter now. Looks pretty similar to the picture. Oh no, it's a beholder. Now to go a little bit darker on the beard.
I can't believe you said that.
This is by
Kinda
far the
go
lowest
along the
deed I've ever
bottom.
done. What kind of knight am I?
You are a
Or just
coward,
kind of-
Sir John, as you have always been.
Just kind of dabbing
A
it in
weakling
there.
And a fool.
It's hard to tell with the light.
Soon, the Beholder will defeat the young ones, and I will have their magical weapons.
But my boy! What about my boy?
Your son is here.
Timothy!
He is a brave boy, not at all like his father.
Haha. Take that. Take that, John.
What did he mean, Father?
Nothing, son. Nothing at all.
Help! Help! Somebody help us! Listen, Father. Someone needs
Father?
help.
Timothy!
Listen, Father.
Come back!
Help!
I hate this world. First walking snails
Same.
and now an electric
Just kidding.
octopus.
Just
Presto,
kidding.
can't you do anything?
I can't reach my hand.
Father, look! It's Sir John!
I thought I smelled chicken feathers.
Don't worry, Father'll help you!
Poor kid. This is going to be a disappointing day for him.
Timothy, step back. I've got work to do.
Alright. The dark
I don't believe it.
eyes.
Neither does the Beholder! Look!
Oh, and the eyebrows. Actually, I think what I need to do is a dark wash to go into kind of all these recesses. I think I need to go ahead and do that now, and then start building up the colors on top of that. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I don't get it.
Um,
How did Dungeon Master think beauty could defeat the Beholder?
That's it! The flower! Sir John! The flower I gave you! Show the
I'm
Beholder the
gonna
flower!
use. Got this little palette.
You did it, Father! You did it! That's
Add
the hole
a little bit of water to it.
That's it! That's it!
Too
The
much,
doorway
actually.
home!
Go for it.
Quickly! You haven't much time!
You did it, Father! You beat the Beholder! Thank you, Sir John!
Got a little bit of
Quick,
pink to it,
the
but
doorway's closing.
this is how I'm gonna do my wash. This always makes me a little nervous,
She doesn't
but
belong in our world. She'll have to stay with Sir John. Hurry.
do a few drops.
I don't want to leave her here with anybody!
Alright, episode 2, they already found the way back home.
Venger.
You have disobeyed me for the first and the last time, Sir John.
Stay close to me, Timothy.
He's using my dopey shield to fight Venger?
Hank, what can we do?
Boy, I can almost taste those hamburgers. Huh?
Alright, let me
Hey,
try
what are
this
you guys
out.
waiting for? Come on!
Just like down here.
Now,
That might
to be
still
rid
be
of you, Sir
a
John.
little bit too thick.
Once and for all.
I'm afraid that won't be so easy after all, Venger.
What's this?
rescue, Venger.
Rescue? I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Okay, I think it's thinned out enough.
I don't believe what I'm doing.
Do it here.
Nice work, pal.
Thanks. But now what?
Oh, I can feel it dripping down onto my hand,
Wow, that was great.
but
how
I'm
did
liking
you...
it. I feel like it's looking
But
good.
then who did?
What happened?
How can we ever thank you?
Well, why don't we just call it even, Sir John?
Wow! Sir John, you're a hero. You beat the Beholder.
Some of us thought you were scared, Sir John.
All right, so I was wrong.
Come on, Eric, admit it. Even you were scared.
Me? Nothing doing. It takes a lot more than the beholder to scare me.
Takes a lot more than the beholder to scare me. You're crazy.
Cavalier.
Indeed.
Alright. I'm gonna have to give this wash a good little bit of time. It's a little spotty, but it's fine. Like I said, I'll just kind of build up on top of it, make it look better. I should have waited till now to do the lore, because now this has got to sit for a little while.
A Dungeons and Dragons
Whew,
ride.
just got dark outside. This is the result. Like I said, it
Break.
kind of spilled over.
What's happening?
I think what I might do. Well, I was gonna say I could use my airbrush to dry this out, but I don't.
Ranger?
I think that might just blow it around and make it might excuse me, might make it look weird.
Cavalier and acrobat.
I don't know. I'm happy with it so far. I think that wash is making it look really good together.
The force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm
probably
of
shouldn't tilt that around
Dungeons
too
and
much.
Dragons.
Let's see. This episode is the Hall of Bones. We'll just sit and watch this for a little while and let that dry for a bit. Let me.
Hurry, they're coming closer.
Let's. I don't remember this one.
Quick, Cutie! They're right behind us!
Just blow on it a little bit.
Cutie! Put her down! Bobby, keep moving! Come on, you two!
Actually, I think I might. I'm gonna go grab my airbrush.
Hey!
Oh, no, never mind. It's right here.
Something's wrong with my energy bow.
I'll take care of them!
Just gonna
Oh,
try
no!
this.
My batteries are dead!
Quick, under my shield. They'll never break through this. Huh?
Maybe your batteries are dead! If we don't get out of here, our batteries will be the only thing that's dead.
Run!
Ah, see? That's what I didn't want. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we'll call that good. I almost made the mistake. Almost dipped
I
my
hope
brush in
suit
there.
doesn't rust.
Every time. Every time I paint.
Where did those things from anyway? And what's wrong with our weapons?
This must have been Venger's.
I can probably still
let's
work.
get
I
outta
didn't
here
put
before he
anything on the
starts working
sword, so I
overtime.
can still work on the sword, I guess. Put a little bit of white along the edge of it.
The simian bats have failed, Highness.
The Simian bat.
Take enchanted weapons from the young intruder.
I love these voices.
Enough.
Fools!
Deal with them myself.
Ugh. We need more people talking like this. Although I guess this is good. Like, I can just emulate this for my campaign. You fools!
Whatever they are, these things sure look good.
But then that would require my players talking like this.
But why did our weapons lose their power? I'm worried.
I'm worried.
Reason to be.
Dungeon
And then
Master.
it's our boy.
Weapons have
It's our boy. He's back.
I'm knocking down trees, then poof! My glove just fizzles out.
Wait, I missed it. So their weapons aren't working anymore?
I was afraid of this. The mystic energy that powers your weapons is fading.
Sad. So sad.
Fading? Like dead batteries? Bobby, our weapons don't have batteries.
Bobby.
Your weapons must be recharged.
See, I told you, dead battery.
But where?
High in the mountains, in a place called the Hall of Bones.
The Hall of Bones? That sounds neat.
That sounds horrible. A gigantic tomb
looking good.
filled with the remains of this land's greatest warriors.
Oh, great, a cemetery.
Dadgummit.
Inside, you will find a skull.
I love the unicorn.
It will recharge your weapons.
How do we find it?
There will be someone to guide the way, but they will want payment. And remember, in darkness, look to the light.
Okay.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Can't you show us the way, Dungeon Master?
Dungeon Master?
Don't tell me.
He's gone.
I told you not to tell me.
We better get going.
He
I'll
did.
feel a lot safer when our weapons are recharged.
He did indeed. I am not good at non-metallic metal.
Maybe we can
But-
hire a guide here.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
We don't have any money.
He's right.
Well, fortunately, I have the solution. With my talent, I can perform for the money.
Eric, I don't think you should.
After all, if this crowd goes gaga over two little dummies, think how they'll react.
To one big dummy.
Good afternoon, ladies and lords. The great Eric will now entertain you. Hey, how many dwarves does it take to change a light bulb?
Careful.
None. They can't reach it. They're not troll enough.
It's just mean.
Oh, yuck.
Say,
Come on, Eric.
you hear the one about the barbarian who was so
Jerk.
stupid?
Okay, so barbarian was a thing.
He was so that everyone loved him, and he was the smartest guy in the world.
Presto, do you think you can pull some money out of your hat?
I don't think so.
Try.
Okay. Oh no, that's not it.
Oh, presto.
Ah, I better quit.
Don't stop!
Bravo! Huh?
Hey, Presto, you're a hit, and we've got some money. Are you sure about this, Eric?
Sure, guides always hang out in places like this.
Remember, Eric, our weapons won't be able to help us if we get into trouble.
What trouble? The old Cavalier knows what he's doing.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just doing various shades of, of gray. It's not bad.
We should at
Like,
least get a guide
I'm not
to
mad
talk
about it.
Sherman.
Hey, our money will talk for us.
I almost knocked my airbrush over.
Anyone interested in a business proposition?
Try a little
See,
more.
what did I tell you?
So long.
long, Eric. It was nice knowing ya.
Listen, fellas, we only need one guy. Of course, 3 is a nice round number. You'll have to share the fee, though.
Bro.
Help! Help!
Looks like the old Cavalier is in trouble.
Whoops.
Can't we discuss this over lunch?
Hey guys,
Nope.
let's fight over pennies
Nope.
so we can have all this.
I'm struggling.
Come on.
That's something I gotta work on.
There they go.
What are they so mad about? You just gave them a big sack of money.
Wrong. We just gave him a big sack of bottle caps.
Oh,
Shut up.
That's
and
great.
run.
you're playing Fallout.
Oh no! Dead end!
Over here, this way.
What if she's one of them? Remember what Dungeon Master said? In darkness, look to the light.
She's here to help us.
Just the one guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Safe. One of my favorite words.
Who are you?
Someone sent by a friend of yours.
Friend.
She lied.
It's a spider's web. I can't move.
And if you could pull free,
Venger.
beneath you is a bottomless pit.
See?
Now I'll take what's
Told you.
mine.
It's Lolth.
No.
No!
Hey.
Your powers are mine. Your bodies I leave to Loth, demon queen of spiders. Do with them as you will.
I don't know. Golly. Alright, let me put that edge back on and then, I don't know, call it good.
No! We gotta do something!
No!
Uni.
You think that would work? You think that would stop
Cut the
Lolth?
web.
No! Gosh, these sound effects are just incredible.
Hang on, Uni.
Oof. That's rough, but that's just where I'm going to leave it for right now. I'll come back to it
Okay, Uni.
when I'm a little less
Cut the rest of us loose so
coffeed
we can
up.
get outta here.
Let's see what time it is. 12:30. I think no matter where I'm at, I'm going to call it done at 1 o'clock because
Well, that's one way.
I still need to eat. So,
Look, there's a way out.
alright. So we need some,
You want to stay in?
probably some brown
You're right.
The vendor took our weapons.
for the,
Defenseless.
for this stuff.
At least we're alive. Let's go.
So, let me find it.
Get down.
Power struggle. Here we go. Some leather brown.
Stay down. It's Diamond.
No, it's Venger.
Oh no, it's both of them.
Oh
Get
no!
out of here.
It's both of them.
Tiamat, you have met your master.
Uh-oh, there's beef.
Now where do we
Bum, bum. You are weak.
No, Dragon Queen. I am I'm stronger than ever.
Oh no! He's using our weapons to fight Tiamat.
Great, we can use a few less dragons.
But our weapons don't work.
Great. Then we'll have a few less Vengers.
And a few less weapons, too.
What?
What?
Surprise!
I really want to know who the voice actor for Uni is. I also want to see that script.
Quick, we've got to recharge them at the Hall of Bones.
But we still don't know how to get there.
Come on, we've got to find a guide.
So, the Hall of Bones.
Oh. Let's see, that doesn't show up on the back, so...
This is a joke. There's been no sign of a town, a guide, or anything else.
And something else?
You can say that again, but what?
Come now. You look as though you've
Excuse
never
me?
seen a halfling before.
We can't see you now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Hector the halfling, if you please. And you don't look very
Hector.
pleased. Can I be of service?
I doubt it. We're looking for some
I
Oh,
stupid
doubt it.
cemetery.
Come on.
Not the Hall of Bones, perchance.
You know where it is?
What kind of guide would I be if I didn't?
You're a guide? Can you lead us there?
Yay.
Oh, why, of course.
Huh.
Yeah, how much will it cost us?
Well, for the time being, let's say your company shall be my payment.
I like
Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna jump to the dry brushing on the bottom
Brother,
part.
the not-so-grand canyon.
Because I think that's gonna
There yet?
kind of expedite it and make it look good. So,
When do we get there?
let me, I gotta dig out some
Come on,
brushes.
come on, we're practically there.
There's nothing practical about this.
There's nothing practical about it.
Oh, yuck.
This is stupid. Hector must have rocks in his head.
Come on,
Does
Judy,
he?
you can do it.
I need a brush with a little bit more stiff
I
of
said rocks in
bristles. Yeah,
Hector's
here we
head,
go.
Not on my head.
I'm gonna use this brush for my dry brushing. A little more stiff and a little wider so I can just kind of
Come on, this
brush
clown
along
doesn't
right
know
here.
where he's
I think it'll look good. So,
Eric.
Who cares? I say we tell
start
Hector to
with
show
white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go. Great idea. But first we'll have to catch it.
Hey, Hector, you said you'd take us to the Hall of Bones.
And I have. There it is, my friends.
Alright.
The Hall of Bones.
Gnarly.
Oh, brother, couldn't we pretend we never found it?
Come along, quickly now.
Alright. So just dabbing off some of that.
This place gives
I'm
me
just
the
gonna
creeps.
dry brush across.
This world gives you the creeps. The Skull of Power.
Across this right
Legend
here.
says that it glows with the power of the heroes who are buried here. Well, what are you waiting for?
Hey, Hector wants to get out of here faster than we do.
Is it gonna eat us?
I guess we place our weapons in the skull.
Everybody's like a two-timer in this show. Don't trust nobody. You think Uni is a sleeper agent?
Everything's working great.
And now, my payment for bringing you here.
Bring you here.
Venger!
Hand over your weapons.
So you're the guy wanting payment.
Indeed. and my payment is due now.
No thanks, Venger.
I said thanks.
Wait! Dungeon Master said, in darkness, look to the light. Quick, everybody, into the skull. This is the light.
This is awful.
No!
No. I have no idea what I stumbled upon, but I am very excited to be here. I'm very excited that you stumbled upon this. Here I am painting a Ginny.
What's happening?
I don't know if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, but this is a miniature that you would play with in that game. And we are watching the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from the 80s, the 70s, 80s, something like that. So just enjoying
No, but we're
enjoying our Friday. How are you today? And how did you stumble across
Far
this?
enough. Let's get out of here.
This whole place is falling apart.
Keep moving. We don't have any time.
I'm gonna dry brush the headpiece too. Also, are you familiar with Dungeons and Dragons? That is one of the bigger parts of my content in my channel is D&D stuff.
It's a good thing we got our weapons recharged. Look. Yeah, but the charge only lasts for 300 years.
What do you mean only?
What's that?
Yeah, so I think doing this dry brushing on here is gonna make it look really good. Just kind of hitting those highlights with it, but then that bone white is what's gonna shine
I
through.
think that answers your question, Presto.
Wow. I wonder
Kinda
what
down
Benjamin
here.
charges his batteries.
I wonder if we're ever gonna get out of here.
When the time is right, pupils, you'll find the way.
So right up on top, that's kind of struggling to get anything. I don't know. I don't hate it. I think it's kind of working. There. That's looking a little better.
Give me a break.
I don't like this.
What's happening?
Try to look up the rule. Let's see. My parents were very into D&D equals Satanism. Tried to look up the rules, but I never understood them. The the thing with D&D is that there are a lot of rules, and they're pretty. They can be convoluted sometimes, but they can also be fun. It can also be worth it to. I think it's worth it to learn how to play and to figure it all out. But it's not for a lot of people.
I am Master, your guide.
But yeah, the whole
Dungeons and
satanic panic idea was definitely something that it wasn't really something that I was even interested in as a kid. D&D, I mean. But I think it was kind of the same general idea, and even like some of my family even still was kind of like, well, hang on, like I see that you're getting into this game, like isn't that like bad? And that gave me the opportunity to kind of explain to them like, no, it's actually like it's not bad, like it's just a game. And
nothing's wrong.
I explained just kind of some of the
Shadow.
just stupid stuff that we've done in our campaigns. Not even like I don't know, just to say like, yeah, we're not sitting around worshiping the devil. We're sitting around I don't even remember the last example that I said, but like in our last game that I DM now, I'm gonna pause this. I was like, yeah, they went to like this pizza joint almost, but it turned into like it was like a Chuck E. Cheese. We called it Asian Italian fusion, where they ate calzones that were filled with noodles. And it was like, it's just so funny to me that people look at that at the same time and are like, oh, that's a satanic game, like you shouldn't play it. Meanwhile, cut to us, like, yeah, I want to, what was it, like orzo and marinara calzone or whatever. It's like, it's just definitely not what people actually think it is, but it's so funny to me. Alright, this is coming along pretty well.
I want him now.
Where is my person? Alright. I'm gonna take some blue, create a little bit more of a
I heard her. Come on, this way.
shadow in there.
Look, another unicorn.
I think I went a little too hard on the dry brushing on the
Big trouble.
belly.
Tell your big buddy to relax, Uni. Watch this.
Yeah. I really shouldn't have done as much as I did on the body.
Crystal, that's the dumbest thing I ever...
Better. This will be much better.
Who's that? Who's talking? But yeah, the rules, like I said, it's essentially, when you look at the rules,
I don't know, but
you just kind of have to understand, like, I will only use a lot of these rules in very specific circumstances. And if you're playing as a player, then you don't even really need to know that many rules. The benefit to knowing all the rules is knowing what you can and can't get away with, and knowing what's going to make it easier.
Pity you are too young to have learned to use your
Um,
and such a
like if you're going to say, like, I want to
have time.
tackle this monster that's in front of me,
Call the others.
again, you don't necessarily need to know the rules for that. Your DM's going to know it,
got him now.
and
Got them?
they'll talk you through, they'll tell you what to roll.
What do you think
So,
scared him off?
I get, yeah, the rules can definitely be intimidating,
My
but
great strength. One look
honestly,
at my
it's
grip.
something that you can
And one look at your grody face.
overcome pretty quickly. Because for all the people out there that don't enjoy
Must have chased her into the
reading the
forest.
rules,
They went this way.
there's a DM out there that probably does.
They went this way. We're going
Which is nice.
that way. How come nobody ever asked me which way I want to go?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this way. This way is just fine.
We're getting close.
Even if you knew how, a unicorn can teleport only once a day. Excellent. Your friends are
Get a little
following
more
just as I hoped.
defined on some of these windy lines.
I'm not playing pincushion just to save some dumb unicorn.
Unicorn?
Who'd you say is dumb?
Now, young ones.
Yeah, but Eric won't help us save Union. Huh?
It's Dungeon Master.
Huh?
Who's that guy with the wolves?
Who cares? He's got Uni.
He is the wizard
It's Jacob.
Eric. Beware, Barbarian. He has much more than the unicorn you love.
Oh, that little weirdo won't get away with his riddles this time. I'm writing down
Little
every
weirdo.
dumb word he says.
Well, who's
Do you ever
that
do
big
campaign streams?
unicorn?
I have not done a stream.
Silvermane, of the last unicorn.
I have done.
He disappear like that.
We've done one session. So there's several of us content creators
like
that
all of his kind, but
we've kind of connected through. A lot of the stuff that I do. The name Guild of Gluttony. I do a lot of like food stuff as well. And they put out a Dungeons and Dragons cookbook. And so I've connected with a lot of other content creators that make content around the cookbook.
Yep, he's gone.
I think I might just do this here at the bottom.
I'll smash through him.
I think I have
Make
a
it
better
look a little
idea.
more
Ooh, Hank's
windy.
got
I
a
don't think
better
gray is the
idea.
answer down here. So yeah, I connected with a bunch of fellow creators that enjoy. The cookbook is called Heroes Feast,
Do for you guys.
and
Keep quiet. It's okay.
I've run one campaign or one adventure,
There,
kind of for all them,
it will soon be.
and that was fun. But what I did with that one, I'm in the process of editing all of it. It was a 4-hour long session that I'm kind of editing into just the highlights. So the first 45 minutes of the first adventure, I've edited down into about a 10-minute video. But I'm not opposed to the idea of doing a stream. I just don't know, like, I mean, I'm struggling to get people to watch, you know, just like a 2-hour stream sometimes. So I think it's a tough sell to be like, yeah, sit and watch us, you know, play for 4 hours or whatever. But maybe in the future, I think it could be fun. I haven't DM'd a ton, and so I think that would just be a little nerve-wracking to DM live. But again, not totally out of the question. All right, yeah, I'm liking this white a lot more than I liked the gray down there. It works down here because it kind of looks like a shadow, but
You shall give a part of it to me, and soon it shall all be mine.
just kind of dab in some white all around here.
Avenger will call me master.
That guy's gonna be the new Venger?
Not a chance. That guy's cracked.
That guy's
Or not,
cracked.
he's got Uni. Let's double
Cracked
back
at
and get down
Fortnite,
there.
my guy.
Come on, move it.
All right, I might call that good for that area. I reckon. What to do next? Clean up some of this stuff. Went a little too hard on the dry brushing there. Okay. What I might do is hit some of these reds again.
Valley of the Unicorns. The last three
Try and get some shadows in there.
Finally be mine. And with them, the ultimate power. Then all shall call me master.
Master. So bring some light kind of back on those farther out edges or farther out parts.
What has he done to you?
Bobby, no! That thing's protected by some kind of spell.
It's got Uni's horn. I'm gonna...
Easy, Barbarian. You stay with Uni. I'll free the others.
I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Gee, do we have to
Oh,
let him loose?
right
It's been
here.
so nice and quiet without him.
And let's see, I might hit the hilt with some of this brown as well.
What's that?
Let's find out.
It's okay. We won't hurt you.
More unicorns!
A whole herd of them. Poor guys. Kellic got your horns too.
And he'll get the rest too as soon as he finds that secret Valley of the Unicorns place.
We gotta get there first and warn them.
No! I'm not going anywhere till we help Uni. Bobby, this may be the only way we can help him.
Well, remember what Dungeon Master said? The fate of one is shared by all.
Well, maybe. Oh, I guess.
That kid went on to
These
start a
guys could lead
burger
us to the
restaurant.
valley, if we can convince them to trust us.
I think
That's
we've got
stupid.
him convinced.
Alright. little pop of color in there looks good.
Come on! He's heading for the waterfall!
I need to do a lighter
This
blue
way! A tunnel!
to hit the highlights on the skin.
Look, there it is.
Doo-doo-doo.
Secret Valley of the Unicorns.
Bing, bing, bong.
Uni, take it easy or you'll fall. Hey, where are you going? Wow!
Easy, boy. We're on your side.
That's gratitude for you. And after all we've done for him.
Shh, be quiet and don't move. We're not scaring him, they are.
Oh no!
Thank you all. I knew those unicorns would lead you here. Now the last 3 are mine.
Quick, get under my shield!
Don't worry, Uni. We're okay. And would you believe who saved us? Eric,
Why do you find
Eric.
that difficult to believe, Barbarian?
Dungeon Master. You know, Eric doesn't do anything but complain and... yeah, who'd have thought he could be brave?
People can be many things. Sometimes your worst enemy can be your strongest ally.
You writing all this down, Cavalier?
I'll give you something to write down. Get me out of here!
Funny.
There it is. Kellick's probably there already.
The super
Come on,
powerful
there isn't
evil
much time.
dude. In the show, you
Soon
mean?
he'll be even stronger than Venger. Am I brilliant or
There's
what?
Venger,
You're so brilliant, pull something useful out of that hat. Like about
which
8,000
I haven't really been
Marines.
paying a
I'll
whole
do
lot of
better than
attention.
that. Don't you guys
But-
remember? Dungeon Master said sometimes our strongest ally is our worst enemy. Our worst
This
enemy
guy-
is Venger. I'll just call him here and...
You what?
I forget.
No, no. The Dungeon Master said
Forget his name.
sometimes, Presto, sometimes. That doesn't mean now.
Hey, there's no time like the present. Abracadani, hey nani nani. Don't have to do it. Venger will be here any minute.
Where?
Right here. Don't you think I... Yeah!
You have invaded the Castle Avenger. And the penalty is
Wait, I'm here to help you.
help me? What trickery is this?
The one after the... Yeah, I forget the guy's
Promise.
name.
You gotta stop Kellick. You got a big thing
Garrick.
with 2011 hands and swipes horns off a unicorn that says he can even beat you at...
Stop! Kellick, you say?
Kellick.
Now, begin at the beginning.
Yeah. He's not usually in the show, I don't think.
Strongest shall be last.
He's just after the unicorn horns.
Dumber than Presto's idea. And where did he go anyway?
Shut up and do it!
Now!
Easy, boy.
And just what is this little trick supposed to get us?
It's our fault Silvermane's here. Maybe this trick gets him back.
And maybe it gets us zapped by Kellick.
It does indeed.
Sorry, Hank. We tried.
A noble effort. Also your last. Now you shall trouble me no longer.
Yeah, he's just the evil wizard.
Where you guys hear where I've been?
Presto!
And I think this is the last of the episodes that I have seen. So he may show up. He may
I didn't.
be like a reoccurring bad guy, but I know Venger is like the main bad guy. Main storyline for the actual game, or are they all made by the DM?
Of course.
I think. Wait, main storyline for the actual game. So it depends. You can either do like there's two ways or like two types of stories that they kind of fall into. There's homebrew, that's the story that's made up by the DM, and then there's like written campaigns, and those are made by the actual company of Dungeons and Dragons. And basically they just like put out what they call source books. A splotchy on the chest. And those source books contain like all the setting information, all of the story beats and everything. So you can kind of do either, and it's really just up to you, your preference. Like I said, I haven't DM'd a ton, and I've done a little bit of both. But I'm currently running a campaign where it's been a pretty much a 50-50 split of I've been running the book in general as far as like the setting, but then whenever it comes to like the stuff that my characters want to do, or if their decisions don't really line up with the book, then I'll just kind of improvise, and we'll kind of do the stuff that I come up with. So it's an even mix for our campaign, which I like.
What a rat! What a creep!
What's the fastest way out of here?
Get on the unicorns. They can teleport us out.
Oh, unicorns and teleport. I keep going off camera. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, you should play sometime. Find somebody that can run it, or if you want to run a story, you don't even have to do a full campaign. A lot of people will. Sorry.
There goes one happy little
Got
unicorn.
off track.
Leaving behind one
A lot of people will run what they call one-shots, which is essentially just like an adventure that exists within one sitting, which is fun.
But I love Uni. She's gotta come. She just gotta.
Come on, everybody. Let's go.
I know there's quite a bit of like online games that people will run,
Gee, do you think Uni will really stay with
and we run games sometimes too. So if you're interested, you can, if you want to subscribe, you can kind of keep up with the stuff that we're doing. Like I said, we'll do announcements every now and then of like community games that people can jump in on. And I promise you, they are not satanic. Usually. They tend to fall more in line with something like this cartoon. Which again, this cartoon came out in the like midst of the satanic panic. You know, people were like, oh, kids are joining suicide cults and whatnot as part of D&D. Meanwhile, this is like the premier D&D content that they were putting out. Like the media, or like the premier D&D media is this cartoon. Just very funny to me. Okay, what time is it? It's 1:05. Coming close here.
Hey, look! The Dungeons and Dragons ride! Wow, neat!
Give me a break.
See, it's pretty evil, I know, right?
What's happening?
The unicorns and
Where are we?
the roller coaster rides. Pretty gnarly.
Fear not, stranger.
I mean, that DM, though, He's got something about him.
and acrobat.
All right. Gotta get the dark eyes. So let me get the brows in here. I think I'm good enough after having so much coffee.
The force of evil. I am Dungeon Master,
Whoops.
your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
Alright, got the eyebrows kind of in there. Oh, dang it. I actually almost did
Admit it, Hank. You don't have
the
the
coffee.
idea where we're
Put my
going.
brush in coffee. I think I'm good though.
Find a clue to help us get home in the forest with no trees.
I'm sure I've ingested enough paint after how much I've been licking brushes.
Who knows what he really meant?
That's it. You said the magic word, Pesto.
I did?
And
It's not
then
N-O no. It's K-N-O-W no. No.
it's like reddish eyes.
That's ridiculous. Trees don't know anything. I beg.
Pause it at just the perfect moment. Where is it? Hang on. I want to pull up the monster manual again, so I can hopefully zoom in on this picture of the Ginny. Give me just a moment. Again, thank you all for joining and watching today. Hey, got those notifications on. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I'm going to try and do this a little bit more regularly, but like I said, since you came and hang out, you are now in the running to win this little guy. So I hope you have a great day, and you should play D&D sometime. So, okay. So a lot of like jewels and baubles and things. The eyes are kind of reddish, like a reddish brown. A darker red than the vest itself. So, let me switch this. I think I'm gonna go for, yeah, like a darkish red. Okay. See, spitting image looks just like it. All right. Back to it.
Beg your pardon?
Law.
Sounds like the young cavalier has met his first no tree.
Let's see.
Come, my young adventurers are in need of some assistance.
Some bullywugs.
Me, Bullywugs. I haven't done this in years.
I might need to do the toothpick trick to get these eyes. I kind of messed it up already.
Forgotten how much fun this
I'm gonna do that.
thing can be.
Fun has ended, Dungeon Master.
Ooh, who's this? Oh no.
Of course I know the way out of this world. I'm a no-tree. I know everything there is to know.
How do we know he knows?
Ask me anything.
Okay, who won the 1981 World Series?
Simple. The Greywood Elves.
That thing doesn't know its trunk from a hole in the ground.
However, if you're referring to the 81 World Series in your world, it was the Dodgers over the Yankees, 4 games to 2.
Yo.
He really does know.
That's awesome.
How do we get out of this place?
Oh man.
Dear, your friend, the Dungeon Master, is in great danger.
Who cares? How do we get home?
Dungeon Master in trouble? We've got to help him.
Oh, brother. Hey, wait a minute.
Take him to the caves.
There's something moving up ahead.
And up there, too. Look.
A bullywug.
Something tells me if these guys touch us, we'll get more than wards.
Hello!
Let's see.
We come in peace.
A lot of good that's gonna do.
Always works in the movies.
Does it?
So much for the movies.
Time for some fighting.
So much for the movies.
Yeah, I hate frogs. Stay away from my
Excuse
sister.
me, keep forgetting.
Face. Hold this, fellas.
Who are those guys?
Who cares? Pull something out of that stupid hat of yours. Quick!
What should I pull out?
An army tank would be nice.
Kerputhin Zaruthin, here goes nothing. Ew. Giant fly. Must have been something rotten in my hat.
The only thing rotten around here is your magic.
Dang.
Rotten or not, Presto's magic may just save our necks. Come on.
Okay.
I think we lost him.
Might do some small highlights in
And I
the
think we
beard.
lost ourselves, too.
We've got to figure out how to find the Dungeon Master.
Oh, what for? I say we forget about that little drip and try to buy our way home.
With what? Fairy dust?
No! Money!
You gotta be kidding. American money is useless in this world.
Oh, yeah? We'll see about that.
How do you
First
know
person
that?
I see, I'm gonna make an offer they can't refuse. Ah!
Some deal. What's he saying?
Oh my gosh.
Did I know?
Uni's my favorite character.
Warlords took away the dungeon master. Who knows where they went?
How did you know that?
I don't know.
Give me a break. We're gonna listen to fairies now?
We have no choice, Eric. Dungeon Master may need our help. Lead on.
Alright.
It's about time you got here.
Time I have plenty of. What have you got?
I've got a jewel for the crown of your master.
Is he?
No. The red glow indicates a life force is still with him. Tell Peter that Dungeon Master is his for the right price. Now go.
This guy is,
Master, you should be worth 10 times the trouble it took
he's
to
Boba
capture
Fett.
you.
Are you sure he said this is the way to dungeon master? Sure, I'm sure. I think.
Say, how far down is it, Presto?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Well,
Almost did it
Nothing to
again.
worry about, Eric. If we fall, we won't hit the bottom,
oh, good.
'cause there isn't one.
Alright.
We'll have to turn back.
Wait a minute.
For
Don't
the
give up yet. What does dungeon
necklace.
master do in a situation like this?
I'm gonna do some yellows.
Disappear.
He says all we have to do is fly to the other side.
In case he hadn't noticed, we don't have wings.
Mmm.
But maybe Presto can conjure up some.
See, I don't think so, Sheila. Lately, my hocus pocus has been out of focus.
Ah,
Try, Presto.
Hocus
You can do it.
bogus.
Okay. Abracum, dabracum. Whoa!
Nice trick.
Hey, look!
My hat's coming back.
That's not all that's coming down.
Take cover.
Cover? What cover?
Hey!
Robbie!
Abracum dabracum. That's a good
They're gonna drop us.
spell.
I don't believe it.
You know, a lot of us spellcasters don't really stop and come up with magic words for our when we're casting spells,
Let's
but
go.
decent chance that that's actually what we're saying. Abracum dabracum. That's actually that's power word kill.
That cave looks like it's alive.
Ew. Something tells me it doesn't brush between meals.
We owe it to Dungeon Master to go in there and help him.
Wrong. I don't owe that little runt a thing. No way I'm going in there. I'm finding my own way out of this nightmare.
Eric, wait!
Don't worry. If I find a way home, I'll send help. The Marines.
I hope we don't
The
regret
Marines.
I regret it.
Could you imagine the Marines in D&D? Just like taking on a beholder.
This place gives me the creep.
I wonder how they do.
What was that?
I don't know. It felt like the walls were moving.
Okay. Got those little parts. Oh, one more. One more.
Maybe it's
Got a little bit
friendly.
up under there, but
Maybe not.
what is it? Ooh, a rock golem, I guess.
Presto! See if you can whip up a spell that'll stop that thing.
Come on, Ad. Abracum Zabracum. Oh, sorry.
It's a dead end.
I think this is it, guys.
Okay. Oops. And then I'm gonna do the bracers the same color.
Go! You guys run for it.
I guess I could have done like a
This way.
gold, but this is fine.
Hey, lose something, Boulder Breath?
I'll just do a highlight on top.
I've got to go back and help Sheila.
It's too late for that.
Oh yeah, hurry and stop me. Hey, let me go, Bacon Face.
Bacon face.
What do you want with us?
Just love to be in the studio.
Did you hear that?
The-
For a minute there, I thought we were in trouble.
Where exactly are you welcoming us to?
The slave mines. Paramore.
Oh yeah. Where else?
We're in trouble.
Don't say where else. So demeaning. You're already taking them into slave mines. Don't be demeaning about it.
All right, now keep it cool, Eric. Things aren't as bad as they look. There must be someone around this mud pit that can help me. There's someone. Excuse me. I wonder if you...
Oops.
Well, what is it?
Ah, I have news.
Yes?
I have
Marduk
news.
has captured Dungeon Master.
Unlikely.
Okay.
Saw him.
You saw him?
Marduk says Dungeon Master is yours. For the right price.
Marduk.
The right price? Marduk has either become very brave or very stupid. However, I've waited many years for Dungeon Master to make this mistake. I will see to it that it's his last.
What is their beef? Like, what does he have against Dungeon Master?
Can you dig any faster?
Ease off, loud mouth.
Can you
Get
dig
to
it?
Tabor.
We're digging. We're digging.
Get your greasy claws off my Get your greasy claws! What's for dessert?
How am I gonna get Bobby and the others out of this?
Who goes there? Must have been a shadow.
Totally.
This is worse than gym class.
magic
Really?
glove works better than this.
What I wouldn't give to see Dungeon Master.
Guess a lot of
with
things that
little
you've
face
encountered
right
are
now.
worse than Jim Class
Say Dungeon
in this
Master,
world.
did you?
Yeah. You know him?
Know him, I don't. Know where he is, I do.
You gotta tell us. Yeah, he'll rescue us.
Rescue you, he will not. Unless him you rescue first.
But how?
Tell you I will. But promise me first, my people you will free.
Sure. You got a deal. Now, where is he?
On the other side of this wall, he is.
It'll take us 200 years.
That's convenient.
to do that.
Not with our weapons.
Yeah, but how do we get him away from those slobs?
Ah.
Hello? Anyone?
Ooh.
I'd pay $1,000 for a taxi cab right
$1,000. I just love the way he talks. It's actually Christopher Walken's first role. Pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah. Beauty. Good idea, Uni. Give me 5 seconds. Then act really crazy.
Not that bad.
Just doing some shadows underneath.
Come back here, you.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I bring gifts. Going, sis.
Hurry, we've got to get through this
Just
line.
go with like a gray.
We did it.
Look, Dungeon Master.
Poor Dungeon Master. How can we get him out of here?
You can't.
Venger!
See, I'm curious of the parallels there. Of like the dungeon master himself being the one in danger.
For you, the game is over.
Is it like a rival party or like the people that play D&D next door?
Step in your nest, honest. Well,
They came over and kidnapped your dungeon master.
Those weapons. Now.
Okay, we're giving.
Okay.
Go for it!
Eric? I thought you left us.
me? You kidding? I wouldn't leave you guys behind.
Don't let them get away.
Looking for me?
Enough.
I don't know.
Presto, try something. Anything.
Call that good.
Right. Well, Menace, come here. I hope this spell gets us out of here. Yeah.
I think I might call this done. I could do a little more with the red. I'm just hungry. If I'm honest. Just need some food. Here.
Good morning, Dungeon Master.
He's alive.
I wonder if he's got a riddle that covers this.
Your life force is stronger
Of course he
than I
does.
suspected, old one.
As it should be.
But not strong enough.
Dungeon Master, look out.
Evil energy is like evil thoughts. Change its direction, and it changes to good.
Ooh, okay, okay. Use that Uno reverse card on him.
Your power has grown weak and feeble, old man.
will regain his form in a short time.
Hurry.
Wait, I almost
Hurry.
forgot about brainy dwarves.
There. Let me do. I'm gonna do a little more.
Quickly, we have no time to waste.
I'm gonna do like a lighter red.
Dungeon Master, look!
There's too many of them.
We'll never stop all of them.
Not to worry, we won't have to.
Wow, you're powerful. With power like that, I don't see how anybody could capture you.
Unless he wanted them to.
How come you don't use your power all the time?
Yeah, like to get us out of here.
The answer does not rest within one's power. It rests within oneself.
Oh, brother, that's deep.
Deep. Oh, brother, that's deep.
Hey, look! The Dungeons and Dragons ride!
Okay, I'm not gonna start a new episode because I'm gonna be done soon. Let me just play some music, and then yeah, we'll call this done pretty soon. I need to call it here in a bit. I just needed to do a little bit more contrast on the vest, which we're getting there. Actually, get some of that back in here on the shoulders too. I feel like I lost some of that somehow. What was I about to? Oh, a darker red. I'll do a darker red on the vest, and then I'm gonna call it done. Oh, actually, I need to hit that red again on the feather. Well, it looks like it's got a little bit of black in it too. Just kind of dab that in there. Okay. And then probably need to clean that line up too. Still a little shaky. The red. I keep forgetting the red. Alright. I think it's just because I keep finding more things to do. Alright, this is a good dark red. Just mixing some red and black to kind of do some darker parts, especially like down under here. Cool. Whatever. I'll do some under here. My headphones are hitting the thing again. Hitting the mic. This could be a little wetter, probably. There you go. I'm liking this. I'm liking how it's turning out. All right. Oh, let me blend it here a little bit better. But I think that gives it a nice contrast from the top up here down to the bottom here. Let me see. Maybe one more thing could be, this would be a toothpick thing, but doing the little like, I think it's like a beard jewelry thing. Man, I don't know though. Yeah. That's gotta be what that's supposed to be. I'll do it that same yellow color, just because that's kind of been the accent throughout. And then I think with that, I'd call it done. So, very carefully. Just gonna dabble on right there. Okay. I think it's going to do it. I think I got to call it there. Hang on. Don't love the way this is blended back here. Okay, yep, I'm gonna call that good. Cool. Well, thank you all for those of you that watched. This is our Ginny painting. This is our Ginny painting stream. This is what we came up with. Went based on the color scheme and some of the ideology that is in the monster manual. And I got a few more things to clean up. I'll clean up this base around here. I just want to get some lunch. But yeah, it was a fun stream. I want to do this again. Maybe painting something else. But I will. I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to look back at those of you that were participating today, and I'll get the information of one of you to send this your way. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch